Up and literally have to move. And then over. And then you go from side to side.
We're perpendicular, vehicular homicide.
Swapped the lightsabers for the detail brushes, and we've swapped our Princess Leia for Specky McSporran. Joining us today, we have a panel of faces you may have seen on social media. We have the fabulous Specky McSporran. We have the beautiful Matt Reynolds from Detail Space. We have the gorgeous Steve from Geeky Details, and we have the magnificent Carl from the Car Boutique. Now, I'll be jumping down and asking you guys some questions. No, I won't. I'll be jumping down and getting you guys to ask some questions to this lovely lot up here. But to start off with, I'm going to ask a few myself. Now, to get some of you to ask some questions, that right there is a Diamond Protec interior coating kit, worth about £55–60. Whichever one of you lovely lot can ask the best questions to these, maybe stump them, I'll be taking that home today. Now, I'm going to kick this off with the first question. And it's going to be, by the way, I'm the Hairy Housewife from the Hairy Housewife YouTube detailing channel. Forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? Anyway, I'm going to ask the first question to kick this off so you can see what sort of things I want to ask him. Now, the first one is, it's a bit of a controversial subject. Me and Specky have talked about this quite a few times. Is a quick detailer that contains a protection sort of product inside it, is that a quick detailer?
No.
Why?
End of question. That's it. No, it's not.
Why is it not a quick detailer?
Because it slightly flies in the face, in my opinion, it slightly flies in the face of what a quick detailer was originally designed to do. It was originally a post-wash wipe down to clean. If you're someone who wants to add protection to your car, you don't want to put protection on top of protection, because that doesn't make sense. Especially if you're putting a light protection as the base, and then you want to hit it with a wax or a sealant, which might last longer than what's already in your quick detailer. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Why would you put something that has 2 weeks worth of protection on, and then cover it with something that could do 6 weeks worth of protection? That's only going to sit on top of the 2 weeks worth of protection product. Doesn't make a lot of sense. I understand why brands want to do it. I understand that it comes down to the convenience factor. I want to be able to wipe my car down and leave a bit of protection. But if I'm a stickler for the details, so I'm going to say no. Originally they were designed to be a post-wash wipe down, just to leave it clean for you to then protect. But I understand why they exist. I just don't fully agree with it for my own personal reasons. Matt?
I was going to say, a simple no would have been enough, Specky. No, I'm joking. Yes, Matt, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to say no as well.
Yeah?
Pretty much the same.
So, obviously I know there's a few brands here today that are saying they've got these quick detailers that contain 6 months of protection, and you're quite happy to say no.
Yeah.
No, I agree with
I'm
you.
not getting any products ever again, am I?
I agree. A quick detailer should be there as a quick wipe down, get fingerprints off, give your car a bit of gloss. Anything that contains protection is, in my eyes, a spray sealant. What do you reckon, Steve?
I'm going to be completely different and go against it. Yeah, why not? The clue's in the title for me. I want it to be quick. I'm not worried whether it lasts a week, 2 weeks, it offers protection or it doesn't. The clue's in, I want it to be quick. I'm a massive advocate, everybody knows, Koch Chemi FSE. It's a quick detailer, it's a cleaner, and it actually lasts wash to wash. Why do I say wash to wash? If I wash, apply FSC at the end, dry and aid, quick detailer, water spots, hard water, I've already said that a lot today. It will last me till I next wash a vehicle. Whether that be 1, 2, 3, even up to 4 weeks. I'm happy with that. I'm fine with it because it's got no, it's so easy to use. It cleans water spots, so it's what you said you wanted to do, it's clean. And the fact that it lays down protection as well, it's a bonus. And it's glossy. It's something that's £10 per litre. All right, go and buy some milk, quick. But that's, yeah.
Anybody looking for a brand deal, Steve's available.
Yeah.
Carl.
I'm going to have to agree with Specky Matt here. As soon as you add any type of protection in there, you've lost the fact that it's a QD. It's now into what you said, a spray sealant. So, yeah, it's,
I mean,
it's a simple no.
If you're putting on a clean car, why not use a spray sealant? Why not use a rinse aid, like, GLAP or, something like that?
Exactly. If at the end of your maintenance cycle, you want to put protection on, as soon as you add any 1, 2, 3 or whatever kind of protection on, it's gone past that QD stage.
That's what I like to hear. Now, most people online have said different, but it's nice to see that we've come to some sort of agreement. Now, anybody out there got a question for these guys? It can be anything as simple as what colour is Specky's underpants? Anybody? We got one.
So, I'm looking to get into polishing. My car's been resprayed following a collision. What's a good rule of thumb to follow when polishing back the areas that have been resprayed? Because obviously, can you rely on the person that resprayed the car to go back to the thickness that the manufacturer would have used? Or would it be maybe way too thick and you can kind of go in? What would the general rule of thumb be when attacking a car that's been resprayed?
That's one heck of a question. Now that's probably I'm gonna pass this one on to Steve because he's.
Simplify that question again for me. So your car's been resprayed. Your car's been resprayed. Yes. You had the wing resprayed.
Yeah, been resprayed. He wants to know whether it should go in. Would it be thicker or would it be thin? What would the rule of thumb be when polishing a new panel?
As a rule of thumb, yeah, depending on what the collision would be. Obviously, if it's your vehicle before, so you know the damage that was inflicted, you'll probably know if they replaced the panel with another panel. If they have, second time they would spray it over, the manufacturers. They would normally go in heavy with, your primer, your coat, your clear coat, your paint colour, and everything else. If you, again, it's hard to see or give an answer until I know the vehicle, what actually happened in there. But as a rule of thumb, every body shop that I've worked with or been part of, you'd be safe to go for it. Again, when you go careful with your, your paint depth gauge, that's giving you the depth of everything, not clear coat. So just bear that in mind. Don't take it as a rule of thumb. If you are going to go and test it, get your paint depth gauge. Normally check inside the shuts. That's normally will give you the reading of what you would transfer across the car. Do it in multiple places. Most cars now would be running anywhere from about 80 to 130 microns, unless it's a Tesla, down as 30 or 40. But yeah, check the inside of your, if you've got a paint depth gauge, check on the inside of your shuts, check what that is, then check the panels that have been done. That should give you as a rule of thumb of where to start, how heavy you could go in and cut. They say if it's been resprayed, I would hope that they've done a good job on that in any way. But yeah, depends on who done the work. Happy, if you want to send me pictures over or DM me, I'm happy to help over once I've seen the picture, we can go from there, all right?
Lovely.
Hope that helps.
Yeah, 100%. I think having a thickness gauge is definitely something to have. I mean, if you're doing light polishing, if you're going to do something to do correct swells, anything heavy, even a cheap one from Amazon for about £9, you can kind of gauge They're not great, but you can kind of gauge the level. Mate, cheap is my name. I like a cheap. Anybody else? Here we go.
Okay, team. Pre-contact wash. What's your process? Is it pre-wash then snow foam, or snow foam then pre-wash, and why?
That's definitely pre-wash then snow foam every day. I think pre-washes are typically strong. Like talking citrus pre-wash or something like Force from Sienna Gloss is a bit stronger than the snow foam on its own. You can also, I think Specky's mentioned this before, is you can put a pre-wash on, and then especially like in the summer, you can put these snow foam over the top to help with the extra drying time. So you don't necessarily have to do pre-wash, rinse, snow foam rinse. You can do that, but you can also just do pre-wash, leave it a few minutes, snow foam, and then rinse it all off.
I don't agree with that. I am very controversial.
That's fine.
I have tested this many times. I've done a video on YouTube, Harry Household YouTube channel, go check it out. I'll push it where I can.
You've got to make content first, we're sort of going to follow that chain.
Hey, it's not a roast, all right?
Yeah, you two at the end there to make it. Sorry, what?
Anyway.
Hey!
Anyway.
Paul will be proud of me for getting that in.
I have tested this myself, and I have found the most effective way for myself personally, and a few others have agreed with me. I would stick down something like Crudzilla from Dodo Juice or Frost.
I can't believe you said that.
I would then rinse it off and then stick a snow foam over the top. Now, when I've tested this myself, I've seemed to have found that a snow foam has had a negative effect on the pre-wash itself. Now, I've had panels where I put, a pre-wash one side, pre-wash with snow foam over the top, and I've found that when I've rinsed, there's been, a noticeable difference between just the pre-wash on its own, and it's like the snow foam always counteracts it and, neutralises it and makes it a little bit weaker.
Yeah, I know where you're going with it. Obviously, if anybody is listening to this out there, just go careful if you are using a pre-wash and a snow foam of a separate brand over the top.
Yes.
You are mixing. I don't agree with that. It's never caused me a problem. I'm a tester, so.
Yeah.
But I'm going to stay away from being brand specific here. But yes, if you are going to use your pre-wash, normally try and use the same manufacturer. Only go that way.
If I may, I'm going to throw in something here, but it's not controversial, but I flip-flopped with this over the years. So many of you have done what I've done for many years, which is the first thing you do is you grab your pressure washer and you give it a pre-rinse, right? Do we need to? There's been this argument of yes, no for a long time. I don't know how you guys here feel about it. I've changed my process. I don't pre-rinse the car anymore. Now, some people will say get rid of as much dirt as you possibly can. I've done enough of my own testing to show that it didn't make a difference if I pre-rinsed first versus putting pre-wash directly onto a dirty car. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I've done enough testing to see that the difference is negligible. So
I would have to disagree with you. Now,
it's fine, you can disagree, but
where I
You're
live,
just an
quite
agitator.
rural and stuff like that. It's I've always got thick clumps of dirt upside of the car, and I find if I stick a pre-wash over the top of that, it's not making contact with the actual dirt.
I think it's going to be within context. Okay, that's fair. If you've been mud plugging, if you've gone green laning, and you've got tons of muck up the side of your car, fair enough, I get it. If you've been rallying your little Skoda, then absolutely get rid of the big clumps of dirt. But if it's a general wash situation, I don't feel the need. I think time best spent is letting the chemicals do the work rather than you putting in huge amounts of the effort and time to pre-rinse. I would rather just grab